Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, roll call, please.
Martyr,
Here.
Mazer,
Here.
Schneider,
Here.
Sofa,
Here.
Wilson,
Here.
Weaver,
Here.
Zimmer.
Here.
Now, agenda items from the sideline, public comment. Mr. Mazer?
I'm Kevin Mazer, and I just took some pictures of the funeral parking lot that the guy, I think, is operating the mulch yard. I mean, he posts signs, you know, advertising mulch, you know, by, you know, if we break our backs so you don't have to, free mulch and delivery with installation of 5 yards or more. And it clearly shows that he has mulch and millings on site. I mean, he offers dozer work. And,
Where are those signs located, Kevin?
huh?
For the mulch net, where are those
They're
By
signs?
the road.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
at the front of the
Right at the
property.
Oh,
front
they
of the
just put 'em up
property.
They just
I
went
mean,
up
he
the
still
last
has the
week.
beams there.
Yeah,
I mean, the mulch is in the back. He you know,
yeah.
the mulch, the millings, and the dozer work. You know, according to our blight, I looked in the code book, and it shows that, you know, that you can't have all this stuff over 60 days. It's been a couple of years.
And just so an FYI, Kevin, is that we do now have a code enforcement officer.
Do we have one now?
Yes, we have got to get him sworn in yet, but as soon as we do, this is going to be priority number 1 for him,
Okay.
okay? Because, yeah, I saw the signs go up myself, and so now, it's not just a blight issue, it's a business,
You're
I
running.
know.
you know, so he's trying to run a business, he's not zoned for it, so this is going to be priority number 1
Okay,
for
I'll
us.
just, you know, make sure.
Yep.
Just, and, you know, I seen the sign.
Absolutely. Yep.
He's offering it.
I went by the name of this company and I'm usually pretty good at searching and there is no address listed.
No.
It says he's from Richmond. There's no address online.
So, this, like I said, this is gonna be priority number 1 for our code
Okay, I
enforcement.
appreciate that.
And the fact that he's in violation of, you know,
You
as
know,
far
I mean,
as,
it's been like this for a year or 2 or however long, you know, it's been, so.
Yep.
I mean, I know that everybody's aware of it, I just wanna.
Appreciate the documentation, good pictures.
I got a complaint that they have chickens.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, does it never end?
No. You got chickens?
Oh my gosh.
All right, city
This
administration,
guy's come all over for this.
city administration. Bart, what have you got for us?
Well, I think the items are on the
Yes.
agenda, a couple invoices. I do have a request. I know it's getting old, but I'd sure like to request. I did take a vacation again,
Okay,
my month. I would like to request 2 weeks of that. I'll pay in lieu of that.
okay, so,
You could vote on that, I'd sure appreciate it. Then I got some
Well,
other.
he deserves it, that's for sure.
right,
So, I know normally we don't do that, but he's had a hectic year this year with everything that's going on.
yeah, with all of the road construction and the
Wow.
planning for the other roads and,
And next, this 2024, I've been working out with those 5 projects. I do gotta get a break though. I know I need,
well, you need to take a break too, Bart.
I know.
You know,
but I got some other news.
Can I get a
but
motion to,
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Mazer,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa,
yes,
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr.
yes.
Well, thank you all, appreciate it.
Take a vacation, Bert.
And then maybe after the meeting, I got some other news.
Okay.
Anyways, Frank?
Douglas?
On the good news front, that grant, the Michigan State Fire Equipment Grant that we applied for, we were awarded $25,000 for that. So that's going towards turnout gear and radios that we've already bought. Take care of all of that.
That's That's good news, Doug.
Yeah. Last week, one of the other members and myself traveled over to South Haven to the company that's gonna be building our new fire engine. Went through the 57 pages of specifications with them and made some changes, took some stuff out, put some stuff in. So as soon as we get that back from them and approve it, our countdown clock will start the 600 days to get it. Go from there.
Is this gonna affect the cost any, with the
It might.
changes?
Yes,
Plus and
not tremendously.
Plus and minus it.
We're hoping close to even, but we'll see.
Okay,
So I'll bring that back to you next month, probably.
very good. Judy?
So I would like to give up my post at Parks and Rec. But I'm at the end of December, so we have senior lunch Friday, and then we'll have the December senior lunch also. And then Saturday, we have an all-day card, unfinished projects, whatever you wanna do day.
It's on the agenda.
Yeah.
Just quick,
Oh, I
quick
have
question
one.
for Doug, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Quick question for Doug, this letter we got, there was a $10,000 award, is that actually 25,000? Or is that different?
Yes, that's the same, they sent me that letter first, and it was only for 10,000. I said, well, I applied for 25. I got back with them, and they said, the other 15 was for the townships that we cover. They said the Michigan Fire Directory shows that you don't cover anything other than the city of Memphis. And that's why we didn't give you that money. I said, I can send you the contracts to prove that we do. I sent them the contracts, they sent me a new letter that says 25,000 on it.
Good job, thank you.
We just want to say on the 7th of December, we're going to be closed from 11 to I don't know what time for another clerk's meeting, but it's at Riley Township, so it's close this one.
December 7th.
Yeah,
December?
December.
Did I miss anybody? All right, next up, adoption or amendment of the agenda. Does anybody have any amendments to the agenda? I'll ask for a motion to approve it as presented.
So moved.
Sport.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Mazer.
Yes,
All right, approval of the regular meeting minutes of October 3rd, 2023, and the special meeting minutes of October 13th, 2023. If there's no corrections, I'll take a motion for approval.
I move we accept the minutes as presented for October 3rd, 2023, and the special meeting for October 13, 2023.
Support.
Sofa,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Mazer,
yes,
Schneider.
Yes.
Next up, presentation and approval of the October disbursements of $170,992.12 and electronic wire transfers of $13,449.13. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the October disbursements of $170,922.2 and electronic wire transfers of $13,449.13.
Support.
All right, next up.
Wilson,
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Mazer,
yes,
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa.
Yes.
All right, next up, presentation for the best pumpkin award goes to the Memphis Pharmacy. Come on up, girl.
Memphis what?
Memphis Rose.
Congratulations on your carving and your fancy cookies. Oh, that's good. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
participating. All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Communications. Can I get a motion to put communications on file?
So moved.
Support.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
All right, first up, the Lions Goodfellow Papers. They're looking to be able to have their paper sales at Meeting Boardman, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursday, November 30th, Friday, December 1st, and Saturday, December 2nd.
There's one thing, why I added those other dates, I'm not sure, Jason, do you know when?
I think we should be good the first week in December for this one, or, with our dates here.
Okay.
It's just in case, just
Yeah.
a little bit of flexibility because of the, if the printer, they print for 3 different clubs, so, if for some reason we get held up by that, then we'll just do it the following week.
That's why I put that note at the bottom, it could be the following.
We've only used this printer one time, so I'm really not,
Okay, so we're willing to be flexible. If it's not the 30th, the 1st, and the 2nd, it could be the 7th, 8th, and the 9th of December, correct?
Yes, that's, yeah.
All right. Can I get a motion?
still looking for that.
I'll make a motion that we approve the dates of Thursday, November the 30th, Friday, December the 1st, Saturday, December the 2nd, from 8 to 5 p.m. for the Lion Goodfellow Papers, and if an alternate is needed, then December 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Support.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Okay, next up, we have the Historical Society, would like to use the council boardroom, and there's a list of the dates. Other than November because of Thanksgiving, it's a week earlier, but, there's no meeting in December. You have the dates in front of you, can I get a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to allow them to use the council chambers, for those dates.
Support.
Martyr,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer.
Yes.
Memphis Meadows, this is unfinished business. Memphis Meadows multiple family residential site plan. Steve, did you wanna talk to us, or Larry?
Well,
or-
yeah, I put just a few things, but we got little things going around today that it's finally okay, that we can go ahead with it. And now, both Mike and Mark are here. Mark's the builder, Mike's the developer. But it actually will all go to the planning commission, and they're the one that do most of the work in this. But if there's any question or anything you want to say, or any questions you want to ask them, then that's why we're here.
No, we have everything done.
That's good. I feel like plans speak
Are
for
they
themselves.
townhouses, or are they apartments, or? what are they?
Condos.
They're condos, okay.
This is, the phase 2 that, when they first approach us, where you have the residential right on the road, single family, and then in the, basically, if you wanna look at, say, the middle of the properties, is where they're gonna develop the condominiums.
Yeah,
Oh,
the current
3.6
design
acres.
is ranch units on the end, townhomes in the middle, but they'll all be condos.
I noticed some of them
Not
had a
right.
garage door.
Yeah, they all have garages.
They all have garage doors?
Really?
How do you get the middle ones? Where's the middle one? I didn't.
Yeah, there's only, I think the middle is a single.
Single car, right.
And I think the ones that.
It's basically the first floor, and then, there's first floor behind the garage, and then the second floor.
I think the townhouses have about 1,900 square feet, and I think the other close to 1,300.
About that, not quite 14.
Similar floor plan to like Dow Street over in Richmond, kinda, with
Which
the,
picture?
you walk in that door, but your front door is actually on the other side of the building. You know how it is?
No, they're all
Over there.
front, they all front across the, the roadway.
Oh, yeah.
We'll utilize whatever space that's not a garage for living spaces and above, of course.
Is that 68 units total? Is that
Yes.
what you're calling it? 68?
That's the plan.
Are the basements an option this time around, or just going flat?
Oh, but they're an option now.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we're
No, I mean,
gonna
for your
all
future
those now.
phase
Of
two.
course,
Right,
yes.
right. This?
Yeah.
Even if one group wanted a basement, one didn't, you can still.
No, the building will have a.
Correct.
It would be the entire building or not.
Are there, do they have basements?
Some will.
Some will,
Some will.
we'll have both options again, as a price effective.
It's economically, diverse at that point, so.
Can I ask you what price you're shooting for?
We're gonna again try to stay in that low threes, the 350 would probably be the high end, depending on what the economy does right now.
Yeah, because the construction will, you gotta go through the planning commission
Yeah.
and their recommendation back to council. That's, like, engineering has to approve the site plan, so there's a lot that has to go through before it's finally approved, and then, the infrastructure is a major construction, that's gonna take a while.
Yes, sir. It will.
Because you gotta put sewer lines, you gotta put water lines, you gotta put.
Yes.
From our experience, we're probably 16 months right now before we could put a shovel in the ground.
Yeah, so.
To build a building, I mean, there'd be a lot of shovels in the ground, putting the water lines in.
Yeah.
Well,
looks
yeah,
good
then
for
you
spring
got
of
the permits
25.
through the state
Right.
on that side.
Yeah.
Is there a similar unit design nearby that we can actually go and drive through and look at?
Don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna get them.
There was one down on 15 Mile Road between Groesbeck and Garfield years ago, and they were similar. There was townhouses in the middle, and a ranch house, our ranch one on each end.
That's what these
So,
are.
so that's similar what you're doing.
Right.
Matter of fact,
Trying to appeal to everybody, again, downsizing, older folks wanna be in a ranch.
Right.
Younger families doesn't bother them to be in a quarter, so
Right.
we can do off-road.
you're my age, you don't want to go upstairs.
Yeah, me and him,
Yeah,
is
I was saying,
going.
yeah, I think we're with you.
It
Yeah.
looks like it's just a single driveway entry off of Bell River.
It's the
Right.
northernmost
Yeah.
lot of the original
From Bell.
development, will be that roadway going.
So do we gotta make a motion to send this?
Yeah, yes, I will make, if we're done, I'll make a motion that we send it to planning commission for their review and recommendation back to council.
Support,
Mazer,
yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver, Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr.
Yes.
Mark and Mike, thanks for coming in.
Well,
Thank you all
guys so
very
much.
much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Is that your coat?
Oh, geez, yeah. I realized as soon as I got outside. Thank you.
All right, next up, unfinished business number 2, adoption of ordinance number 221, an ordinance to amend Title 11 Land Usage, Chapter 150, Section 150.055, Commercial Overlay District C-1. This is something we got last meeting. So this is just adoption.
You don't have it in there. It was in the last meeting.
Yeah, it was in the last meeting. So this is basically adopting the language changes.
This was a language change that the planning commission recommended. Steve was instrumental in doing this, and we introduced it last October 3rd, and we just have to adopt it tonight, and then it'll be published.
I'll take a motion on this. if you
I'll make a
could.
motion, then we adopt ordinance 221, an ordinance amending Title 15, Land Usage, Chapter 150, Section 150.055, Commercial Overlay District C1. That's where that is.
I'll support.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa.
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Mazer.
Yes.
All right. New business number 1, introduction of ordinance number 222. References to amend Title 15 Land Usage, Chapter 150, Section 150.051, zoning district. This is basically correction of language, correct?
Yes, it is. The down brought to my attention in the, if you look at how we're doing it now, before that was segregated into residential, non-residential. And central business district wasn't even mentioned at all. And it was C1, it was under C1. Well, actually, C1 is commercial overlay district. CBD is central business district. So it clarifies them, and I ask you to refer to the page 49 zoning districts, and it has them listed all separately like that. So this is just a kind of a correction on that.
Right.
That's the reason we did it.
Everybody get any motion on this?
Make a motion that we introduce ordinance number 222 to clarify the districts.
Support.
Mine says 223.
222.
222 on that one,
Oh,
223 is
There's
the next
two of
one.
them.
223 is the next one.
That's what.
about the weeds.
Yeah, about the,
What's the difference between 1A and 1B?
one B, 1A is 75 foot, 1B is 60 foot. Although 75 foot is the minimum, but we do have some that are 60 foot.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sofa,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Macer,
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Okay, introduction of ordinance number 223, amending title, the hell's IX? 9.
Yeah.
General Regulations, Chapter 92, nuisance sections 92.20.
That's.
And again, this is language correction, right? Or
No,
just-
that's changing the grass height
Oh.
from 12 inches down to 6.
Down to 6,
Yeah,
okay,
this
I'm
was-
sorry.
This was discussed and we had that special meeting on the ordinance officer. So this just corrects, or makes it 6 inches instead of 12.
Okay, we're just shortening how long they can have the weeds growing.
Right.
Oh boy, better watch me.
Well, here's the problem, the way it was written before, by the time you sent somebody a letter out, the grass would probably be from 8 to 10, it's already gonna be 12 to 14.
Right.
By the time somebody actually goes there to talk to them about it, you're talking over a foot easily.
Okay, so
Yeah, you gotta hate
start,
it, some
start,
cases.
start the
This
process a
gets- this
little
gets
bit
the letter
earlier.
out.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so, can I get a motion to introduce, ordinance number 223 amendments?
Yeah, I'll make that motion to introduce ordinance number 223, changing the height of the grass from 12 to 6 inches.
Support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Macer,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa.
Yes.
All right, number 3, with regrets. From Judy Weaver, I regret to inform you that I'm retiring my position of Parks and Rec Director as of December 31st, 2023. Although I love working for the community, in this capacity, my priorities have shifted. Sincerely, Judy Weaver.
I don't like to hear this.
You know, we could all vote no.
Stuck. I guess we.
Please don't.
You know. I'll make a motion to accept Judy's, resignation begrudgingly.
I'll support it.
Who supported? Okay.
Not me.
Weaver,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Macer,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa.
No.
Wilson.
I'd like to say no, but I would say yes.
It's gonna pass you.
So,
Take a stand
motion
here.
passed.
All right, next up, set the Christmas tree lighting for December 1st,
Oh, wait,
2020.
you
Do we
said
skip one?
DPW.
DPW, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
DPW committee, water sewer rates. Okay,
Right.
Larry, this is you.
Yes, I'm not gonna go through all those spreadsheets. I tried to do it, kind of clarify why it's necessary we have to do this. And of course, the basic reason is because of the grant money that we got. The grant originally was $1,420,000. And we were told that we could pay about $159,000 and we'd leave the loan at about $200,000. Well, we found out we couldn't do any of that. And so two things happened. The grant came, or the, not for bid, it came in a couple $100,000 higher, so we have to pick up that. And instead of having a loan for $200,000, we can have a loan for $355,000. And the monthly or yearly payment over a 20-year period, instead of being about $12,000, is going to be average $22,000. So that's significant. So the reason we're having the increase in our water rates is to cover that $22,000. So we had a committee meeting and recommended a 50-cent increase from $7 to $7.50 to cover that. So that's the reason for it.
That keeps in line with surrounding communities.
Well, we're still, I think we're still lower than some surrounding communities. We're definitely lower than anybody that's tapped into the city of Detroit.
Because then, I mean, we know, everybody knows there's gonna be a lot of talk about this, and I'd like to, you know, that somebody has to explain it a little bit.
You're gonna be the one explaining why, people are gonna be yelling.
May I speak on that?
Yes, please.
You do
Absolutely.
have smaller communities, if they have lagoon systems, I can see some, I'm sorry.
A comparison or comparable or what's the word you're
Anyways, like City Yell has lagoons, Armada has lagoons and all that, and I think we're in line.
We're lower than Armada.
But if you go to Armada, I'm not sure where the water's at, but I know the sewer is they have a treatment plant. That sewer portion of that water and sewer, it is usually much more costly. City of Richmond's the same way. Anybody with a treatment plant, it takes a
City of
lot of money to run
Baltimore
their
has a
sewer.
treatment plant.
Yes, and your sewer rates are gonna be up there on
Yep.
that. I really
About all
believe
those
it.
years ago, we were
We're
looking to put a
comparable
treatment
to
plant in.
comparable systems.
What's that?
We're still comparable to comparable systems.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, okay.
And just kind of relating to a little bit to that, our audit on the water and sewer, if you, and of course, as you all know, depreciation is not a chargeable expense. With the depreciation, we showed a deficit of 14,687. And without the depreciation, because it's not an actual cash expense, we'd show a plus of 36,227. And our unrestricted, unrestricted funds in there, 401,880. And that is sort of, that should, we couldn't correct it because we're getting a refund of all the engineering fees we paid, and in the fiscal year just ending, we paid about 64,000. So we couldn't make that adjustment because it actually didn't happen yet. So theoretically, you would actually have about 466,000 in that fund. So that kind of related to the first, so I'm just letting you know for
That's what the
information.
auditors get a hold of.
And just, so right now, what is our minimum usage, Hannah, as far as
7,500 gallons?
7,500 gallons?
I think it's 7,500 gallons.
Yeah.
And so, you know, 50 cents times 7,500, I mean, it's not gonna be a huge increase.
Well,
For each.
even though I know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
you're-
not-
you're
I know
increasing
it's-
on something.
We have no,
What's 50 cents?
to pay off that grant, $1,420,000, or actually, yeah, $1,420,000.
Well, I'm just talking for the individual user, you're gonna see less than $10 a quarter.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at really, it's $1, you got 50 cents on the water side and 50 cents on the
Okay,
sewer
well,
side.
okay, so you're probably, for the average person, you're talking less than 20 bucks
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's,
on a quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So,
Pardon me?
I can make a motion to approve that.
Yeah,
all right, I'll take that.
I hate resin clean more, but it's necessary, so I'll make a motion that we increase the water rates from 7 to 7.50.
I'll second it.
Zimmer,
Support.
Carter,
Yes.
Carter,
Trumlin.
Mazer,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stofa,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Weaver.
You know, before you go any further, I'd just like to say that I met with the state in, I believe it was 2017, and at that time, they were recommending that our water rate should be $15 and $15. And that, what they said is that they would consider water a commodity, and that's what the going rate was at the time. And they also wanted us to switch from 1,000 gallons to cubic
Cubic feet.
feet, which is actually only like 800 gallons per unit.
Cubic feet, 7.48 gallons.
Yeah, so the number was 748
Yeah.
per unit. And they wanted us to, at that time, more than double our water rate.
Yeah.
That was what they recommended to us anyway.
I know the meters that we're gonna have put in are gonna be reading in gallons. When I started here, we had 42 meters, some of which were reading cubic feet, some were gallons. It made it very hectic because the girls had to convert,
Converted back,
to
Right,
gallons.
so everything's gonna be in gallons now.
Yeah, everything currently is. Yeah, I
But the-
corrected that years ago.
But the new meters will all be.
They're all reading in gallons.
Can we go to liters? Okay, that's sarcasm.
I'll put a request in.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we're done with that, right?
yeah.
I always thought that the water, we couldn't charge more than what it actually, I thought you couldn't make any money on it.
We're not making money on it.
We're paying the bills.
No, I mean, I thought you had to just, why would the state say to double it? If you're only supposed to do it the rate, because that's
Well-
what, when people complain to me, I tell them,
Well-
I said, you're paying what.
You have to maintain
You have
the
to-
So
water
would that extra
system.
money go into the,
You would,
a kitty line?
it goes in, yeah, it goes into the bank,
Yeah,
I'll just put it this way.
Come-
I didn't think they could do that.
You have repair and maintenance, it's
Yeah.
like this $10,000 bill in here.
Yeah, as I
or-
say, you're gonna be seeing some big bills here in a few minutes,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
And we'll explain some of it.
And you gotta remember too that, I mean, a minor,
Oh, I know that,
Water,
but I just
a
thought,
minor-
I didn't think you could do that in the water and sewer though.
yeah, you can put money away,
oh, yeah.
absolutely.
You just
Not
have
a
it
lot.
technically
No, you-
earmarked,
It's gotta
it's
be
to maintain
reasonable,
the
they say,
system.
right? Isn't that the word
Yeah.
they use in the law?
You can put away $1 million a week and call it reasonable though.
Yeah,
You know, go look at what Warren does with all the
I
money.
know
they
having
have.
$300,000, for
Right.
example, we used to have in the past, somebody worrying about, we got 300, one bad day, especially in today's world, we would be bankrupt.
Well, it's one of those, if you look at what we've spent on replacing pumps and,
Yeah, exactly.
and again, you're gonna see this coming up here in just a
Yeah.
few moments, so.
And almost every road job in town has underground, water main work too, so.
Yeah. All right, moving along. Christmas tree lighting, we're looking at the date of December 1st, 2023 at 7 o'clock.
May I interrupt on that note?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Where's our-
I'm gonna be pressed for time due to man hours, which I'll mention later. Is there any reason we can't move that to the 8th?
Any thoughts?
I don't get paid to think.
What's that?
I don't get paid to think.
I mean,
The schools, is
It
the
would-
school
It affects
involved?
them.
You mean like getting the tree, getting everything set up, the
Yeah,
lighting in place?
and redecorate and whatever. I'm losing a man because of deer hunting, and you can relate to that.
Yeah.
And he's not coming back till the 27th. He's gonna be off starting Friday, and I'm not gonna see him till the 27th. And then I'm in a new scenario I just learned about today, and we'll just touch on that later.
So we want to look at having the tree lighting on December 8th, 2023 at
Is that a
7
Friday?
p.m. It is a Friday.
Okay, at
This one right
7.
here.
Yep.
What's it say under the 8?
Can I get a motion?
so moved.
Port,
Yeah, you have to get a hold of, I think is the school involved in some of that?
Yeah, the ban. Okay. Martyr,
Yes. Extra
Mazer.
week to practice.
Yes.
Schneider,
yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zimmer.
Yes.
All right, next up, Memphis Community Schools collection of district summer school property tax. This is just basically an annual thing that we have to do, to allow them to collect their taxes. Is there a, can I get a motion?
Yeah, say nothing's changed at all in this, right? It's the
No,
Same thing
it's
every
just
year,
it's a
right?
renewal of a year
Just
by
for the
year.
collect in the summer.
Right, this is something that we changed years ago to allow them to collect the taxes in the summer.
I'll make a motion to collect advances for the school for the following year.
Support,
Mazer,
yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr.
Yes. All right, next up, DPW. Two invoices from INA Store Inc. in the amount of $6,858.83. So this is all repairs to the backhoe, correct?
Backhoe, I'm having major difficulties with the back half of the front end loader, the backhoe. They got it up and running for a while. And that's what we have into it at that point. They were traveling quite a distance, and anyways, I had to make a decision that this has been going on. And the backhoes are not very unreliable.
Still not operating right.
No.
Yeah, it's
No.
out for,
So
repair.
I chose to send it to a case dealer in Novi, and I was able to get that very reasonable. So I think it was like, like an $800 charge was to transport it that far. I first tried John Deere, but they're like 4 weeks behind. I don't think 4 weeks.
Right, so we're going right to a case dealer,
Where we actually purchased it from.
right, so they specialize in the case
Now,
equipment and.
this company did take care of cylinder work, and another, a valve that kind of created this, got let go, if you will, and send metal particles through
Through the pump
through
system.
the system
and more
and
damage. So, I guess we're.
I actually got a picture of
Right,
another.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
If y'all would like to see that.
Pieces of metal in there.
so, I
It was-
guess, I'm gonna guess that we're gonna be seeing another bill come up, but then again, I mean, what does new backhoe cost?
That backhoe in running order, it's got, just turned 2,000 hours. You can get them between 58,000 to 62,000 depending. I would say that one is in the $60,000 range currently.
Okay.
There's one down at the center.
Yeah, maintain.
An average lifespan is on a case 580N, anywhere from at about 8,500 hours. You've lost more than 50%, and you can expect to have
Yeah,
a lot
so
of wrenching
we're
happen.
away from that yet, but,
It's worth putting into this.
all right, so can I get a motion to pay the invoices to INA Store for, $6,858.83?
I'll make that motion that we pay, I'm so, $68,058.83.
What?
All right, another bill here, and this is large.
Schneider.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Mazer.
Yes.
All right, next up, from invoice from Detroit Pump for $10,200. You wanna talk on this a little bit, Bart?
Yeah, it's the Pratt lift station. We had a pump failure back in February. And they had trouble getting parts. I could have got a new pump, but based on the information that was before me at that time, it was gonna take longer and cost more money for a new pump. So I opted to have them rebuild it. Anyways, it ended up taking, 8 months.
Well, and I'm gonna guess it's a new
Not
pump.
acceptable, but I've worked with this
Right,
company
well,
before.
and the thing is the new pump is probably gonna be more than double that, correct?
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, the quote initially from that company.
And
was
now we have
$18,000.
the pump here and running, so,
Yeah, they're running nice and smooth.
all right, so can I get a motion to pay the invoice to Detroit Pump for $10,200, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the invoice from Detroit Pump in the amount of $10,200.
Support.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Murder,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes. Bart, how many horse are those mowers? I'm just curious.
7 horse.
7 horse electric
Yeah,
mowers? Pretty big
that's,
guy.
out of 4 lift stations, 3 of them have 2 flight pumps, just submersible pumps in the dry application. And, so they are 7 horsepower, all 6 of those. And then the church south of town, that lift station is only for that church. And, that's, I believe, are 2 horsepower.
Yeah, there are 2 pumps are all.
Grinder pumps, and they're all these are flight pumps. They've been very good to us. They're just astronomically priced now. And
So is that bearings, they get into windings too, or is that basically a bearing?
they did, yeah, it was definitely a bearing issue, yeah. And I apologize, I don't know if they got in the windings, I thought
Just
we
curious.
spoke of it, again, it went on way longer than it should have, but the wrong parts were shipped to them.
Not an easy thing to pull in and out though.
That's
Not an easy thing to pull in and out, a motor that size and all this thing.
It's really not that bad, on that lift station especially.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's a 2-tier. I really like that particular can on the design. The rest of them aren't so,
User friendly.
yeah, 20 feet's a long ways down, especially at 70.
All right.
The
Yep.
date.
Yep, next up, from the mayor. So, please join the city of Memphis at our 21st annual Christmas tree lighting on Friday, December 8th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Visit with Santa in the fire hall and help yourself to cookies and hot cocoa. And cookie donations are greatly appreciated. And it's going to be the 2nd annual Light Up the Night. We will be holding a contest for the best decorated house in the city of Memphis. The cost is $10 sign-up fee, which will go towards the winner's basket. Judging will take place on December 17th. Don't forget to drop your letter to Santa in his mailbox at City Hall by December 18th. Call City Hall for more information at 810-392-2385. And for me, it's been a busy year. I'm glad to see that Boardman Road is done. We've got Bell River Road coming up in the relatively near future. And, you know, I mean, we've got more projects that are on the books.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I just had Northern Pump out, they had to take a sample of our media in the arsenic plant
Yep.
and send it out for testing. So that transpired today. I just shut the plant down. I didn't have to run any water whatsoever. It took about an hour. So I had to do water, rechlorinate, and put it back online.
So they're gonna judge where we're at with our median as far as they have a replacement on that because it's a fairly costly.
Yes.
Yeah, so. And this is why we bump our water rates or sewer rates.
Well, and again, the cost. Like Larry mentioned in the past, in 2006 roughly, we were told this is gonna be a $20,000 expenditure.
Now it's 10 times that,
So anyway,
Yeah.
200,000.
So, I don't believe I have anything more. Jason?
I don't have anything.
Larry?
No, not tonight.
Mr. Weaver?
Yeah, I'm glad to see we're keeping up on the infrastructure. I think it is important. I know nobody likes to raise taxes, but it's very necessary. And just judging from the figures they threw out there, 68 units, that's like a $20 million investment coming down the road.
Yep.
So the more we can stay ahead of our infrastructure, which I think we're doing a pretty good job of it this year. Really got a lot accomplished. I'm very pleased with what we got done. That's all I have.
Robbie?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Mr. Zimmer?
I missed the ordinance enforcement officer meeting, and I saw we have this in our supplementary stuff. Right, this was on the table for us. What are next steps? We have to swear them in, we have to create ordinance enforcement? Is that what
That's where we've just gotta get them sworn in. We've just gotta drag them in here and get them sworn in.
Okay,
It's just been a scheduling issue, basically.
that's fine, just curious,
Okay.
that's all.
Sure.
Okay, so before you, when you got here, you had this packet with information only stamped on it. So what this is a nearby village's ordinance about rental housing and its controls. If you look at the last page, there's actually a list for inspections of said type units. So I'd like to have everybody take a look at this, and we can talk about it next month at the meeting. I also have it's sort of like a national building program outline for residential properties. I didn't want to print it out because it's like 40 or 50 pages. It's sort of like the National Building Code, but it's for rental properties and how people run them, and sort of how you want to be responsible for them, because we really don't have anything like this currently. So this is just something that I thought was relatively simple, 15 pages or whatever it is. So if you all just take a look at it, and we'll talk about it next month, put it on the agenda, and see where we're going to go from there.
And this is something that I think that we need to look at putting on our books, because we have a lot of rental apartments and that are special needs and state funded, or, you know, as far as the people that stay in them. And I think that we have to have something on the books so that we have inspections on these where there's a lot of people that are more or less special needs staying at, or any rental unit, you know, where somebody walks in and they don't know what they could be walking into. So, thank you very much for putting that together, Eric.
That's all I have. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.